Alright. Um. Hi. My name is Pedro Lara. This is my own opinion on why the CBS show, The Big Bang Theory, seasons 4 to 9 are just so bad. I just recorded a video, but I lost it. I did an hour-long video about this same topic, but I lost it, so I'm gonna try to do it again. It's probably not gonna be long because I said a lot of things in the first video. And I apologize in advance if you guys hear my text alert, because it's I got a customized text alert from Doctor Who. It's the 10th Doctor warning you about the Weeping Angels, so sorry if you hear that. But basically, I just want to talk about that. I think the Big Bang Theory season 4 to 9, not 1 to 3, 4 to 9, which is the current season, 9 is the current season, are just really bad. Because, first of all, in the beginning, it was about these group of nerds that don't live together. Only 2 of them live together. Leonard and Sheldon, played by Johnny Galecki and Jim Parsons. And then this young woman that wants to be an actress. I don't know how you say it, inspiring actress. This young woman that wants to be an actress moved in across the hall from them. So Leonard starts crushing on her, starts liking her. And in the beginning, it was just about that. It was just about the group of nerds, and this young woman that kind of came into their lives, and their adventures were about them and things. But it was a lot better then. But now it's just okay. Let me give you a background on almost everyone. Well, from what I know. Okay, in the beginning it was about Leonard trying to get with Penny. If you know the show, then you know the characters I'm talking about. But for the 2 seasons, he was chasing her, because in season 3 he actually does end up being with her throughout almost the entire season. The show was really good, especially Sheldon. Sheldon back in the day was really awesome. Now he's just even worse than what he was before. He's not the same character. I mean, Jim Parsons does bring it. Like, he's a good actor, but he's not the same guy. He's not the same character he was when. And let me put this out there. I don't know anything about TV and stuff like that, but from what I see, there has been nothing. I mean, a few little things here and there. Okay, I'll give it that. A few little things here and there, but there's been almost nothing. No character development. No nothing. I'll give you an example. Sheldon breaks up with Amy. Again, if you know the show, you know the character I'm talking about. Sheldon breaks up with Amy Amy breaks up with Sheldon at the end of season 8. she, on the previous season, season 7, or not actually, 2 seasons ago, said herself, it's like this whole, again, I said all this in a previous video, so I'm sorry if I'm a little off. I'm a little upset because I lost that video, but if I find it, I'll put it up. But my phone didn't keep it for some reason. But again, I lost. Okay, where I think the show really starts to go downhill. Let me start again. When I think the show really starts to go downhill is when they introduced Amy, Mayim Bialik's character. Because that is when like the show just started creeping out, and the whole Penny still coming over to the thing after they break up in season 3 is just weird, and the thing, there's like no movement. And they're exactly where they were when they were dating. They've gotten married, but they go to Vegas and get married. Meanwhile, 2 other characters get a bigger wedding. Howard and Bernadette, they get the big wedding, and the 2 main characters that the show focuses on. I mean, not that the show focuses on, but when you started watching the show, it was about them. But now it's about this entire group, which I don't think should be the thing. I think they should return to the formula, because now they have 2 groups. Because now they have Kaley Cuoco, Penny, who leads the group of the girls, and they have Leonard leading the group of the guys. And in some episodes, I don't know which ones, because I tune out every now and then. In some episodes, you have the guys having their own adventure and the girls having their own adventure, which shouldn't be that way. And then there's no character development. The only characters with any development, like true development, are Howard, Raj, and Bernadette. Those 3 characters have development. Leonard and Penny are where they were in the beginning of the show, in the beginning of their relationship. They're right exactly where they were, and I thought that Leonard was gonna move in with Penny, cause didn't they do that whole trial run thing? And Sheldon said, "Oh, you could stay with her one night a week." We haven't seen that. What else? Sometimes they bring in characters that don't move story along, that's supposed to move story along, like Amy. I mean, not Amy, Alex, Sheldon's assistant. She was kind of having this crush on Leonard. That goes nowhere. Let's see what Raj's sister, Priya. That's like an earlier version of what they did with Alex. That goes nowhere. That was just to bring Leonard and Penny back together, basically. Let's see what else. Like I said, Howard and Bernadette get the big wedding, but Penny and Leonard go to Vegas. It makes no sense. Why didn't they give Penny and Leonard the big wedding also? They were the 2 main characters. I mean, it doesn't fit Leonard's style. It doesn't fit the man Leonard is. Leonard looks like to me a man of tradition. He doesn't look like a guy that would say, "Oh, let's go to Vegas and let's get married in Vegas." Penny would do that, because Penny kind of looks like that. She's like, "Oh, I don't really care," you know. She acts like that. But Penny and Leonard, I don't really understand why they would put these 2 characters together if they're so different. Because there really is nothing to. The only thing The only thing that I can see happening is that Penny, like Leonard wanted to be with Penny because she was attractive, which is not a good thing. I know guys do that, but not really, man. Like, those guys weren't like that in the beginning of the show. They were like that, but you would see that. Okay, maybe Leonard has grown. Penny hasn't grown at all. Only like a little bit. Yeah, she got a new job. Okay, that's basically it. Cause she went to school. She didn't finish. She didn't. We don't know what happened to her in school. We didn't even see her like saying, "Oh, I'm done with it." She was just. They just stopped writing that. She didn't say, "Oh, I'm done with it." They didn't finish that arc in season 6. They didn't finish that whole arc. Another arc they didn't finish was the position, was the professor position that they're buying for, that they were going for in season 6. That goes nowhere. No one got that spot. We don't know who got it. We don't know who got it. That would have been a good thing, because then we would have seen one of the characters get better and have a bigger storyline. We, like I said, Amy and Sheldon break up. Sheldon does nothing. Sheldon just pines over Amy the whole freaking time. He doesn't move on. He doesn't get another girlfriend. He doesn't go on at least a date. He doesn't do anything. And I know it's like, but you have to change him up a little bit. They did, because they made him kind of sad about it, but he never did anything about it. Like, he never said, "Okay, she's gone. I'm gonna try to move on." Yeah, he buried himself in his science, but that's not really. It's not good writing for me, because in I think season 9, before the break, or maybe after the break, but I think it was before the break, because they try to get Sheldon or he tries to get a new girlfriend by putting this equation out on Craigslist or something, or some type of Craigslist site, where he says he puts a math equation or something, some kind of science equation out there on this site that says, if you can figure this out by midnight, then maybe you're worthy enough to be my girlfriend. And right before the episode, not right before, but like a couple minutes before the episode ends, the door knocks. And then this attractive young woman, who kind of looks like Penny, the Penny now with the cut hair and stuff there. She had highlights. She answers the question to him, but then, and also one thing you should know about that equation thing is he gave them until I think midnight. He gave them a deadline. You have till midnight to come to answer the question. And the question will lead you to me, and you have to give me the answer before midnight. And then she comes right a little bit after midnight. But she answers the question, and he closes the door in her face. And then it's all just basically and the entire Amy thing is just redundant, because it makes no sense, because like Amy to me shouldn't have been made a main character. Like, she should have been a side character for a while, for like a long time. From 5 on, she's been a main. From season 5 onward, she's been a main character, which I think was a big mistake, because Amy is just like really annoying, because like especially now, because Amy was the one pressuring Sheldon early on in the relationship, and there's in season 6 episode 2, I think it's when Bernadette and her bridesmaids are basically going over the gifts, and Amy admits to the group that she wants to marry Sheldon. Sheldon in season 8 is going to make the move. He's going to propose to her. She says she doesn't know, but when he eventually does get the guts to ask her, she says no, or she's kissing someone else. And I thought that would be it. I thought that would be it. Amy's with somebody else. Sheldon's gonna move on. That's the reason he does the competition thing and the thing. But there's just so much wrong with those seasons. Season 4 to my theory is, if you want to really watch the meat of the show, the good time of that show, watch season 1 to season 3. Those 3 seasons are amazing. That writing is just being phoned in after season. Like I said, beginning with 4 and going on till now, the writing has just been phoned in. It's nothing like it used to be. It's nothing. It's nothing like it used to be. They don't do any of their little things they used to do. They hardly go to the comic book store anymore. They don't have Will Wheaton on it a lot like they used to. He's not enemies with Will Wheaton anymore. They don't have Rich Spiner, the guy from Star Trek: The Next Generation, Data. They don't have him anymore. They were teasing something about that. He could be the new Will Wheaton and come back, and he could be on the list, but they didn't do that. The whole Alex thing goes up in smoke because they bring this girl Alex to tease relationship with Leonard, but that goes nowhere because she just disappears and no one knows what. No one knows, but I don't know why they just wrote her out of the show. She just disappears and no one mentions her anymore. See, but the thing is, the reason why I say it like that is because at least Leslie Winkle got a send. I mean, she didn't get a send off, but she got one last scene with Leonard at the end of, I think, season 3. Maybe, or near the end of season 3. Because Leonard goes to her apartment and says, "Hey, remember we were just doing it for fun?" And then she's like, "Oh, Blondie turned you down, huh?" And then that was it. And then she says, and he wanna be like that again? She says no. And then she closed the door and she says, "I'll think about it." And she closed the door and that was it. You never see her again till the 200th episode, which was a stupid episode. The 100th episode was a little better, but it was also pretty stupid. And the whole thing with and you don't, like I said before in my previous video, which so I might say that a lot in this video, but like I said in the previous video that I did, you don't see Penny at her job. You don't see her at her job, but you see she mentions it, but you don't see. I mean, in the beginning you saw it, but you don't see her at her job anymore. And which I think is a big part of that show that's missing. You need to show Penny at her job. And that's just me, because back when she used to work at the Cheesecake Factory, that's the only little bit of character development they gave her. She moved from the Cheesecake Factory to a pharmaceutical rep, but it turns out she hates that job in the recent episode. That not the one that I didn't catch the newest one. There's one, the one before the new one. That I don't know, something is wrong with that schedule because okay, but anyway, she admitted she hated her job to Leonard in the new episode when they go in the cabin in the when they go in the cabin when they go staying at the cabin, staying in some cabin, I don't know. That and then they play the I Never game. The I don't know. Penny suggests they play like a I Never, which is like a drinking game that people usually play when they have like a bottle of wine or beers out. They play that game. Like I never skipped on I never left a tip or something like that. You have to drink if you did it or and then she admitted that she hates the job. But we never get to see her at her job. Only sometimes in season 6. Only sometimes in season 8 we got to see her not like her job. That was it. But when she was working at Chili Factory, we always saw her. She was always there. And like I said in my previous video, I think she was the only waitress that ever waited on them. Maybe sometimes Bernadette, but I don't think so. I think Penny was the only one that waited on the guys. I'm just saying that it used to be a lot better than it was before. It used to be a lot better. These guys, these writers that write the show need to go back to the formula. Need to bring back those old things. I know that they're changing, and I know, and you don't even see. This is another thing that I mentioned in the previous video that I uploaded about the subject. There's been many rumors about who's gonna play Penny's mom in the series, and I said to myself, why don't they get Katie Seagal to play her mother? Because she played her mother on 8 Simple Rules. So that'd be kind of like a little nod to back then when they used to work together on that show. But no, they wanted it. I don't even know if it's true anymore because we were supposed to see her mother, and that's the thing. If you had the big wedding for them, you can see all these characters. You can see her brother that doesn't. I think her brother and her mother are gonna be like characters that she mentions, but we're never gonna see because apparently her brother is like he's a chemist, and her mom is I don't know, but we saw her dad basically. That's it. Like, and we know her mom is alive because she's talked to her mother. We haven't even heard her mother on the phone or something. Man, like, she's never talked to her. Like, and then to me, like, Penny was an okay character in the beginning, but she, like I said, like, Penny, Leonard, Sheldon, and Amy are the characters that don't have any development at all. They're exactly where they used to be. The only thing different is that they're married. The status is that they're married, but they haven't moved in or done anything to show that they're married. And Sheldon's no longer a virgin. Yeah, and you heard me right. Sheldon was a virgin. Sheldon never had intercourse. Sheldon said himself that he gave Amy his virginity. When he was talking to Meemaw, who we finally saw, because that's another character I was waiting to see, along with Howard's mother, but sadly she passed away. But But Sheldon was a virgin. Because Sheldon said himself when they were talking to Meemaw and she was talking about giving Amy the ring. He was like, "Oh," she's like, "Oh, you got a ring for me?" And then he was like, "I already gave you my virginity. Calm down." So he was a virgin. He never had sex before, and that was it. And there's nothing. But okay, if they can't do the Katie Sagal thing, I think they should do. This is another thing I mentioned in the previous video. I think they should do kind of a Blossom reunion with either Mayim Bialik and Joey Lawrence, or Mayim Bialik and Six. I don't know her real name. The actors that play Six. I think they should come on the show. Either one of them to come, or maybe both of them come on the show. I don't know. Maybe he can play. Thing's brother, and Penny's brother. That's the chemist, or yeah. But yeah. There's a bunch of loopholes in that thing. And Bernadette is gonna be a mom. Raj can talk to women, which is like thing, and the whole thing with I don't even touch on that, but the whole thing with Erica and this new girl, and it's just so stupid now, because it used to be so good. Just trust me, it used to be really good. It used to be so good, and that they need to bring it back to the way it used to be, because it really makes no sense now. Like they're trying to make it a less about the science and more about the romance and the relationships on the show, which it used to be about the science and them being in working in the college or wherever they work. I think it's college that they work, and then they come home and they do things like play video games and things like that, and but using characters that don't move the plot along, and Raj's sister doesn't move the plot along, and other things like that. And it's just a giant waste of time. And that show is really phoning it in at this point, and I don't even understand how are they getting these big ratings, because it really makes no sense. There's no character development for like half of the characters. There's no interesting story arc. That like I said, the teaching position is gone. The marriage is gone. They already used the wedding bullet in the beginning of the season, which I think is ridiculous. I don't even picture and the whole kissing thing, the whole you kiss someone else, and the thing and on the way to the chapel, that was wasted. There's nothing on that. That show is just terrible now. Again, this is my opinion. If you like the show, hats off to you, but I think the show is terrible. From season 4 onward. From season 4 to the current season, it's just awful. It's like it's hard to sit through because Amy, Bernadette's okay, but Amy is just awful. They need to change her up. They need to give her a new look, make her more funnier, make her funnier or something. Sorry, make her more funnier, but make her funnier. Something to change the dynamic between those two characters, because those two characters, I believe, are going to be the last two characters on the show that they show when that scene, when the thing goes black, and on the final episode of the final season. I think it's going to be about Sheldon and Amy. I think the show is going to revolve around them in like the final season. I don't know. I just feel it coming that it's going to come down to them. Because I don't see the focus being on Leonard and Penny no more. The focus used to be on Leonard and Penny in the first 3 seasons, especially in the first 2 seasons. In the 3rd season, it was about their relationship. And they almost last the entire season. But there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Like, it's like they take... Okay, let me explain to you the 3rd season. The 3rd season is about their relationship. It starts with them coming back from Alaska, or not Alaska, the North Pole. They come back from the North Pole. He gets with Penny. The whole season is about them dating. You see him sleeping in her apartment. You see her sleeping in his apartment. You know, things like that. The reason she breaks up with him is because she gets scared, which is typical. Girls get scared when guys say "I love you" and whatever. That's never happened to me because I never had a girlfriend, but that's another video for another time. So basically, they take what happens. They go through the relationship, and then they go through the breakup. In like the last maybe 4 episodes of the season, they go through what happened in the breakup, because in season 4 it's like the slate gets wiped clean. Nothing that happened in season 3 except for Amy, and nothing happens except for Amy, and Burnett disappears like halfway through season 3. Like halfway through season 3, she disappears. Like she doesn't come back till season 4. Like I think midway, or not midway, but like couple episodes in the season 4. It's the one where Howard. It's the one where Howard listens to the troll. Whatever, the World of Warcraft one where Howard's having cyber sex with the troll in World of Warcraft. That's the one. Like, except for Amy, there's nothing happens. Nothing is mentioned about their relationship until like midway through the season when Priya comes. Then they mention, oh, we used to go out. It makes no sense. Because they go through the relationship, and they go through the breakup at the end of season 3. They go through what happens after the wedding. They go through and then he dates Professor Plankton, or whatever her name is, or Plankton, or whatever her name is, and then that was it. And then in season 4, nothing is mentioned from the previous season, except for that Sheldon has a girlfriend named Amy, and they named him Shamey, because, and then that was it. Nothing happened. Then when Priya comes, Priya starts to try to make it a little bit more interesting, but sadly it just fizzles out, because that carries on till season 5. Through season 5. Episode, I think it was 8 or 7, or 8, 7. It's one of those 8 or 7, because 9 is the one when they go out as friends and thing, and the whole asthmatic dumbass line comes out, and the thing, and then that was it. That was it. Priya was there to try to make something happen, but nothing happens. And then you see that Penny still likes Leonard, but she never does anything about it. And then like season 5 is just it's just awful because you really thought that something was gonna happen between something was gonna there was gonna be a big fight and the group was gonna break up with the whole Raj and Penny thing, but that goes nowhere. That goes nowhere. They don't even mention it later on, like when he's dating Emily or Emily. I'm sorry, I said Erica earlier. Emily. They don't remember that later on. Like it makes no sense. That show is just writing plot lines that carry on to nowhere. I mean, and usually what they usually do in the last bit of thing is that they carry on the last bit of the storyline into the next season, and that's it. They use it for that one or maybe 2 episodes, and then it's gone. The whole thing with what really pissing me off. Sorry about this, guys, but what really pisses me off about the whole thing is that Leonard and Penny don't get the big wedding. They to me are the main characters of that show. I might be in the wrong here, but at least that's what I see when I think of the Big Bang Theory. I think of the two of them because they are the main focus of that show for me. At least I don't mean to repeat myself over and over again, but at least that's what I see. When I think of the Big Bang Theory, I think of Leonard and Penny. So why do they have to go to Vegas and get married in Vegas and then in season 5, the end of season 5, Howard and Bernadette get the big wedding. Get Bernadette with the white dress, Howard in the bow tie, and are they trying to match Penny's character to her wedding? Because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. That means she hasn't changed one bit. I thought she was a businesswoman. There's nothing about her changed. And they're married now and they still live in separate apartments. They don't live together. At all. They still do that. Oh, I'm sleeping at your place. You're sleeping at my place. Whatever. I thought that was one thing that was going to change. When they decide, when Leonard and Sheldon were deciding about the living situations, when they were arguing in the mall, and they were like, "Oh, let's do that. You could do one night over there and whatever, and one night a week over there." And then he was like, "It's a start and whatever." And it turned out that he has a separate that he's putting money away in the same cabin episode. And it turned out that he has money, and then why didn't he use it for the wedding? And she's making all this money as a pharmaceutical rep, but they didn't use anything. They're the main characters of the show. They deserve to have that big moment. Because that's what we've been waiting for. That's what I've been waiting for, and I can't imagine. And they better not go down this route. I can't imagine. I can't imagine seeing Penny be a mom. Because if they go down that route, that show is just going to be, oh my God. Sorry. That is going to be awful. To see Leonard and Penny as parents, I don't want to see that. I mean, sadly, I don't want to see that. If you agree with me, put your comments. Let me know in the comments, and also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is gonna be in the description of this video. And also I might change it up. I might change the way the video looks in YouTube. So it might be a little lighter, a little darker, or whatever. I'm sorry, I know I need to shave. So basically, I mainly when it comes down to it, I do not like the direction that CBS The Big Bang Theory is going in, because I can see that's where they want to go. They want to go to Penny and Leonard having kids, and like I said before, there's been many rumors that um, that Lisa Kudrow is gonna be her mom, which I think is a big mistake. I think they